Hello, everybody. Welcome along. We are back. Football is back. The EFL is back. The Championship is back. Come and join us. It is Sheffield Wednesday versus Southampton. We'll be here for the next 2 hours for the watch-along. Good evening, everybody. The 23-24 football season is upon us. The watch-alongs are back. Get involved. Say hello in the comments. It's match number 1. It's always a good fun one, isn't it? On the Friday night before the Premier League starts, all eyes on the EFL, and it's 2 teams, 2 leagues apart last season. We have Sheffield Wednesday, who have come up from League One through the playoffs, versus Southampton, who have obviously come down from the Premier League. Beautifully set up. We are about 14 minutes from kickoff. We're going to go through the teams. We're going to get your predictions. You know the score. And we're going to watch together. You have your say in the comments. And hopefully we'll have a lovely old time doing that. Let's just say some hellos in the chat. Alan, welcome. Nick, Charlie, Ewan, Fisherman Sid, John, Sneaksby Alfresco, Ben, any other blades in? I'm sure we'll get plenty if it's Wednesday. History Guy, hold your predictions 1 second, even though we've all read that one there. Joe, whiskey in hand, very nice too. Let us know what you are drinking. Nathan, how do I watch the game, you and Matt, at the same time? Well, you do whatever you see fit, Nathan. We're all on the same team here. Anir, welcome. Who else have I got to say hello to? Purple Bungalow, Rich of Blue Monday fame. Who else have we got? Jack, welcome to you. So that's a salute there, isn't it? Yeah. Christopher, welcome. Hold your predictions for just 1 second. JC, welcome to you. Peter, Daniel, Stefan, Avos, Steve, Cole. There we go. Right, I'm clicking through all of them. We need to get into this. Thank you, everybody, for the hellos. Do hit the like button. We'll do a proper like spike in a minute. Let's get right into this now. So the story with these 2 teams is pretty mixed, but pretty different. Southampton, obviously down from the Premier League. New manager, Russ Martin. The issue for Southampton is how slow the transfer market's moving, how many players that they've still got to shift. And ultimately, Russ Martin can't build his team until the big names that we are about to talk about are let go and cashed in on, so to speak. Bit of the opposite for Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, the issues with Darren Moore being replaced earlier in the close season. They have brought in a few names, but I believe there's only 1 new face in the starting 11. We've got some on the bench. Let's have a look at the teams. Hopefully that's nice and clear. Let's make that 1 bigger. There we go. And we'll start with Sheffield Wednesday. Cameron Dawson in goal. He wasn't the first choice keeper at the start of last season, was he? Between him and Stockdale, although Stockdale's left now, so he most definitely is the first choice keeper now, but he had to battle for that shirt, and he's got it. Ihekwe, he might well be in the middle of that 3. We'll find out when we get to kick off. Again, this is just FootMob's projection of what they think the formations will be. Ihekwe promoted from League One with Rotherham and now with Sheffield Wednesday. Didn't play much last season due to injury. Famewo is also in the back 3. Got him from Norwich, did they? Am I right? Someone will correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Dominic Iorfa can play fullback, wingback, centre back. Quite the athlete. Sometimes how can I say this politely? Sometimes the football brain deserts him a little bit. Maybe he'd be playing higher up if it didn't. But I'm a fan We had him on loan at Ipswich back in the day. Will Volks will absolutely not play wing back. Will he? We will find out. I'd imagine Callum Patterson's maybe even more likely to play wing back. So look, they've got it set up how they've got it set up. We'll find out exactly what's going to happen. But Volks is far more likely to be in the centre of midfield, maybe with Patterson at wing back. Let's assume Patterson is playing left wing back. Juan Delgado, a 30-year-old Chilean. We're pretty sure he's going to play. In fact, they signed 2 right fullbacks, didn't they, Wednesday in the window. So let's assume a double pivot then of Will Volks and Tyreek Backinson. That's a bit of a surprise to me. I think you probably agree with me in the chat. If Darren Moore was still Sheffield Wednesday manager, I don't think Backinson would be playing. But new manager in Cisco Munoz and new start for Backinson. He is in. And so, of course, is the main man, whether you're in League One, whether you're in the Championship, the main man for Sheffield Wednesday will always be Barry Bannon between now and eternity. Some would argue his skills are more suited to the Championship. We will find out. He's been here before. Always a great player to watch with that left foot serving up. You would think Josh Windass and Lee Gregory up top. Windass, remember, scored that dramatic goal 123 minutes into the playoff final. I was there, a dive-in header there to prevent penalties and send Wednesday into the Championship. Lee Gregory, still around. You tell me. He's 34 years old. I'm a fan. Is he a League One striker? Is he a Championship striker? Is he mobile enough? Can you work around him? We will see. If you make chances for him between the widths of the post in the old penalty box, he will take them. And that's kind of a nice trick to have. Let me know your thoughts on that Wednesday team. Where's the bench? I can't see the bench there. Oh, actually, I can if I click the button. My bad. And you'll see, are those squad numbers for real? 96, 97, 98, 95. They've got to be just mistakes on FootMob there, haven't they? Musaba, he's just come in from Monaco. Ashley Fletcher, you can still find him. Malik Wilkes, decent winger, again at League One level. Can he do it at Championship level? Michael Smith, heavily linked with a return to Paul Warren and Derby. Deshaun Bernard is in from Manchester United. Liam Palmer not in the 11. He was a hero for the Wednesday last season. Paul Valentin is another new signing. Reece James is a kind of a new signing, but not really because he was there on loan last season, but he's on permanent now. Pierce Charles, I can't speak. Charles is a youngster on the bench. Now, let me look at a few comments on Wednesday, and then we'll get into a rather stacked-looking Saints team. No, they're not. Musaba, yeah, I thought that was silly. It'll be a Wednesday back 4. Well, Cisco was 4-4 effing 2 at Watford, wasn't he, Cisco? So, yeah, that would make sense given the projections there of FootMob. Anybody else? We're all winners because you are streaming. Well, thank you very much. Going to see some top opposition. Right, let's get into Southampton's 11 then. And again, I reiterate, and I tweeted this when I saw the 11, and we know this, and Russ Martin has admitted as much. A number, you tell me how many in the chat, a number of these players will not be here in the Championship at Southampton when we get to September the 1st, isn't it? How many? Well, why don't you tell me in the chat? But extremely stacked 11. I remember going to Watford last year. Actually, to be fair, they kept 2 of these guys. They started with Sarr, Dennis, and João Pedro up front, and you thought they're not going to be here all season. It was actually only Dennis that left, as I suggested. In goal, Gavin Bazunu, who they spent a fortune on, didn't they, from Manchester City. A player we are not expecting to be here too much longer is Kyle Walker-Peters. And again, I reiterate, Russ Martin has... I just watched the press conference while Shaylee was putting Enid down to bed. And I think he said 28 in the squad. So they've got too many players on top of the fact that they've got some very good players that Premier League clubs are going to want to sign. Walker-Peters, I think, has been in the England picture he is likely to be one of them. Centre backs, we think Jack Stevens and Jan Bednarek. Did Jan Bednarek, did he go to Villa for a bit? No, was it Vestergaard? Similar names, not really, but Ryan Manning, who Russ Martin knows very well, has swapped Swansea for Southampton. He's working with Russ Martin again. He knows his strategy and his system like the back of his hand. Now, here's one we're excited about, who we think might stay, is Carlos Alcaraz, 20 years old. Someone told me months ago, Ben, if you want a dark horse for your top scorer bet, why not? Why not? In central midfield, William Smallbone, and the biggest white elephant in Championship history, maybe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, England's James Ward-Prowse, maybe the best free kick taker in the Premier League, is playing in the Championship. Again, he's not going to be here long, but let's enjoy him at Championship level tonight. Players are just coming out. We'll come to your predictions in just a jiffy, and a couple of fearsome, recognisable Championship names. Samuel Edozie down the left. I'm sure you all remember Adam Armstrong scoring lots and lots of goals for Blackburn in the Championship a couple of seasons back. Big money move to the Saints. He's back at second tier level. And you don't need a very long memory to remember Nathan Teller ripping it up for Burnley on loan last season. He is back here once again. Yeah. By the way, Sky are calling it a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, we had the midfield right. Delgado further forward than we imagined. Patterson at right wing back, says Sky. Let's get your comments. Hold your predictions for a second and we will get to them. Oh, goodness me. We'll say a huge thank you for Josh. I'll sip some coffee. A huge super chat there. Wonderful stuff. Josh, love that you cover the Championship. It's the best league in the world, despite what the media tell you. All the best for the season. Got a soft spot for Ipswich as a Newcastle fan because of Sir Bobby. Josh, send me a DM on Twitter so I can thank you properly. Well, give us a follow and I'll follow you back. Very, very kind indeed. 2 of that 11 will be out, I'm guessing. Would that be Ward-Prowse and Walker-Peters by any chance? Apparently, Simon says we've been missing action by the suite on Sky Sports. I do not have the rights to that. No clue why Backinson is still at work. Well, Cisco likes him, and there is Cisco looking very smart in his black suit and tie there. We'll go for predictions in a minute, Bungalow. Leave that there. Charlie, legend. Thank you, bit of a channel legend, Charlie. £2 on the super chat. 4 weeks clear, you absolute hero. Thank you so much. Right. There you go. We'll just throw that in. Matt Grimes in for James Ward-Prowse. There's going to be lots of links back for those Swansea players, especially Matt Grimes and, of course, Joel Pirro. Right, guys. Oh, there's Mr. Chansiri. Pantomime booing there. The Wednesday owner. He's had a quiet summer, hasn't he? Right. Are you ready? I need your predictions, everybody. Get your predictions in for this one right now. Sheffield Wednesday v Southampton. What is the score going to be? I'll read as many as I can. Get your predictions in now. Okay, predictions. I'm going to read as many as I can. Here we go. 2-0 Saints. We've got the players coming out. They appear to be doing, I think we might be getting a minute silence. So my normal apologies here. I'm guessing that's for, Trevor Francis and Chris Bart-Williams. So if you want to observe this minute silence, please hit mute now. I'm going to keep talking, but my absolute full love and respect as ever to Chris Bart-Williams. There's a minute's applause. Stick your applause emojis in the chat for the great Trevor Francis, the first £1 million player in English football, and Chris Bart-Williams, who again, so young as well, both sadly no longer with us. I'm going to keep talking. If you want to observe the silence, do hit mute and stick your applause in for Trevor Francis and Chris Bart-Williams. We're going to go into some predictions, though. 2-0 Southampton. 5-1 Saints. Right, here we go. These ones look more likely. 2-1 Saints, 2-2, 3-1 Saints, 2-0 Saints, 2-1 Saints, 2-0 Saints, 3-1 Saints. Not much love on the Wednesday here. 3-0. I'll take the goals. 3-1. Can lead Grimes where he is, right. 1-1 Nick. 2-0 Saints. 4-0. 2-4. I'm going to click through as many of these as I possibly can. It looks like we are heavy on Southampton here. Well, maybe we should answer or ask, does anyone actually think Wednesday are going to take this one? DJ, legend, Ben, Albion fan here, not looking forward to this season. Very happy about this new added time. You're a legend. You're such a thank you so much, DJ. Thank you, everybody, for the super chat so far. Right, I want to click as many of your predictions up. It's for Trev and Bartman. Yeah, absolutely. 4-3 Saints, I'll take it. Right, let's see if we can just get your applause in for tributes to Trevor Francis. I'm just going to rattle through so everyone gets their stuff on the screen here. We are about to start off another championship season. Thank you for brilliant support so far in the chat. Yes, Teller hat-trick was in the bold predictions. Will it come to pass? I'm clicking all the way through. Here we go. And I think we have caught up. Sheffield Wednesday versus Southampton. You know the idea here. Give me your opinions on everything as we go through. Kickoff is imminent. James Ward-Prowse in the championship has got us underway. These Southampton shirts are going to be an absolute nightmare to read the numbers from. So forgive the many mistakes I'll make calling the players. It is Wednesday versus Southampton. Barry Bannon on the ball, and it's out for us. Thought it was a Wednesday throw. It's going to be a Saints throw. Juan Delgado passes the ball to Ryan Manning. Evening, BB. Here we go again, indeed. Get your opinions in. As a blade, I wish Wendy's the best of luck this season. Yeah, well said. Big respect to Trevor Francis, absolute great, and Chris Bart-Williams as well. And here is Walker Peters. It's out wide to Teller. Walker Peters gets it back. He comes inside. So remember, we're expecting on the basis of last season, Wednesday were fairly counter-attacking. They have got a new manager, so that could change. We know what Russ Martin teams are like. We're expecting slow, but very deliberate, and they're already starting to build that possession up. Switch play out to Manning. You can see already, you tell me, guys, Manning and Walker Peters, so narrow, trying to get into the middle there. Bannon looks up fairly close. Looks like he's playing, I know he wears number 10. Looks like he's playing in the number 10 position there, Bannon, trying to get up with Gregory, with sort of Windass off to his left and Delgado off to his right. Wednesday haven't touched the ball in the last sort of 40 actions or so. They have now, and it's back with Dawson. It's gone long. They've given it straight back. Ewan, team that Southampton sold for big money. Oh, God, there's some good names in there. Samuel, there's an Argyle fan. Interested to see how this benchmarks us. You can probably go benchmark and add a bit on for Argyle because of the lack of chaos compared to what Wednesday have kind of encountered. Here is Stevens striding out, Walker Peters, and that is given away. Forgive me, I was wrong about where Ihekwa was going. Is it Iorfa? They're all out of position at the moment. Teller has got it on the right wing. I think they're going to have to kick this out. The Saints player down holding his back is Bednarek, I think, and we can go to some comments. Hopefully he is okay. Mick McCarthy on TalkSport. Very, very nice too. Who's on Sky? Was it Don Goodman, did they say? Walker Peters on the ball a lot. Yeah, that seems to be where the space is, Annie. Or if Wednesday are going to kind of drop in and go narrow, then the tuck-in is on. Unless they fan out five-man midfield and try and drive them inside. Romeo Lavia on the bench, pictured on Sky. We're hearing bids 40, 50 million pounds for him. I think he's only 19, 20 years old as well. Incredible. Right, here is Windass, where Bednarek is okay. Windass carries it down the left. Ward-Prowse gives chase. Teller. God, they've got some good players, Southampton, when you say the names one after the other. Ihekwe. Iorfa. And homeward bound from Volks. Decent press from Saints. Wednesday trying to play it about, and they've given it away. Bannon's on the ball now. Oh, lovely from Bannon. Oh, first little bit of skill from him. Here's Patterson down the right. Patterson sticks it across early, arriving on the near post. That's going to fall for Windass. Knock back to Bannon. Drags the shot. Windass goes down. Nothing doing. Shot driven and blocked. Oh, goodness me. Oh, Patterson drives over. Oh, big action for Wednesday in the box there. 3 or 4 shots. Some really decent defending from Southampton there. Best opening by far of the game. Always comes from Bannon, doesn't it? Brilliant bit of skill to beat his man. It went in early. I think it's Gregory got across the near post. The best chance was for... No, it wasn't for Bannon. Now, there's a little coming together there. And if Windass, he wants to kind of take the ball, drop his shoulder and go inside. If he attacks that, he's either getting a really nice shot off on goal or he's getting challenged for a penalty there. So I wonder whether Windass, if he had his time over, would just attack that. That looked like the best chance. To be fair to Bannon, lots of bodies in the way. He did drag his shot. Oh, goodness me. Bright start for the blue and white Wizards. Well, I haven't had much of the ball, but they certainly had the best chance there for sure. Slid down the line to Armstrong. Good stuff this. Armstrong puts the cross in, deflected, and Backinson hoiks that one clear. Did I just see the boss was in the chat? Where is she? Go. There you go. Everyone say hi to Shaylee, who is a championship weirdo now, once again, for the next 10 months. Yeah, thank you for the super chats. Have a fun evening with Ben. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning, darling. What else have we got in the chat here? Can we get a time sync? Yes, I'll try and give you one at 6 minutes. I can see 5:50 on the chat. We'll do that very, very soon. Right, so if you want to sync up, 3, 2, 1, 6 minutes there. If I'm ahead of your stream, if you're watching on Now TV or anything through your internet, you're probably going to be slightly behind me. Here down the left, first go for Dozy. Does well, actually, wins a corner. It's one of those games, isn't it, where Southampton have had the lion's share of the play, but Wednesday have had the best chance. Right, and here we now have an absolute set-piece master on these. James Ward-Prowse is going to take the corner. Going to get first contact, and it goes from Ward-Prowse. Wednesday get it away to the edge of the box, and Teller back out. It's going to be loaded in again to the back post. Nice little head down by Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse reverse ball left-footed, and Wednesday clear their lines with Backinson again given away. Ward-Prowse, a Dozy down the left, and yeah, they're putting pressure on without yet having made chances. Shaylee, where are the away kits? This is the farce. Shaylee is right. We're waiting for Coventry, and then we can do it. So it's likely to be next week before I can put the misses in for that. Walker-Peters, Teller. Oh, Teller's bent that one into the corner. Wow! 7 minutes gone. We have our first championship goal of the season. And it is one of the best players in the division from last season. Nathan Teller, left-footed, bends that one into the corner. He's over with Matt Gill and Russ Martin. Teller is at it already. Wednesday 0, Saints 1. Get your reactions in the comments. Never quite got out after the corner, did they, Wednesday? It's a great finish, isn't it? He doesn't really float it into the corner. He gets plenty of bend on it, but he does stick his foot through. I think he hits it with the instep, doesn't it? Touch. Bosh, a great goal, isn't it? No blame for Dawson. Could they have got out and closed him quicker? Who is it? It's Backinson, isn't it? Great strike by Teller, and Saints lead 1-0. In fact, sorry, it wasn't Backinson. It was for Maywo, who was maybe closest. Wow. Wednesday 0, Southampton 1. We'll go to your comments in just a jiffy. Remember my bold predictions, by the way, and the Teller hat-trick. It was 80-1. He's got number 1. He is our first goal scorer of the season. If anyone can tell me who that was last year, Burnley player, left back. Let's get some comments in on that one. Banging finish, absolutely. Double your money on a goal first half. Take it, take it. The Saints team is cheats codes. Well, we all know about the disparities. Banana peel. You love to see it. Glorious. 2 more. Teller, Jesus Christ. Tremendous stuff. Cracking goal. Teller. Lovely stuff. Wednesday 0, Southampton 1. And, as I said, Southampton had the play. Oh, God, Wednesday's defensive line's horrible there. Here's Walker-Peters in the box. Crosses it left-footed. Great header. Clear. Oh. Now they look dangerous, don't they? Sheffield Wednesday have just got to get up the pitch now. They're hemmed in. They're a goal down, and the pressure is coming from Southampton. Goodness me. It's out with Stevens. It's pretty dominant for Saints at the moment, isn't it? Wednesday have got to hang in there and not let this go to 2. 80 passes completed to 16 at the moment. Here's Manning comes inside. Manning drills the shot, and Ward-Prowse with the follow-up. No shout for handball there. Went into the kind of torso there from the Ward-Prowse shot. I'll get the bonus of seeing a replay for that one. Or not, because Sky haven't showed us one. Southampton dominating so far. Agreed. We'll try and get you another time sync in a minute. We can do one at 11 minutes. As always, if you're new to the watch-alongs, I'm watching on a TV feed. If you're watching on an internet feed, you're probably going to be behind me. Pause me once I do the time sync, which I'm going to do in a second for 11 minutes. We'll be there in 3, 2, 1, sync. Southampton are going to cook this season. They're cooking at the moment. Bit of brilliance, though, from Nathan Teller, who was a bit of a championship cheat code last season when he was on loan. Oh, tries a little drag back nutmeg there. It's cleared forward. Wednesday just cannot get on the ball, can they? Well done, Gregory. He comes back and holds it up. Knocked down the line. Oh, nicely read by Manning. Small bone. Bit of a painful watch this last 5-6 minutes if you're a Wednesday fan. Teller is hurt actually on the touchline there. Is Ward-Prowse going to kick it out? He's not. Wednesday getting deeper and deeper, aren't they? Ward-Prowse. I think Teller's back in the game now. You can see the levels. Yeah. There might any games this weekend. I have work tomorrow night, but I will be Leicester versus Coventry at lunchtime on Sunday. Armstrong tries to get there. Walker-Peters. I'll be doing Blue Monday on Sunday night, having watched Sunderland Ipswich as well. Armstrong, good block. Oh, God, they're completely all over him here, Southampton. Patterson, just trying to clear the lines Wednesday, and it's not sticking when they do. Lovely turn there by Alcaraz. Knocked inside. Walker-Peters, narrow ball. Walker-Peters dinks that one in, looking for a dozy. Bannon gets the chest down. Hoyt clear again, and it's just incessant. Absolutely incessant from Southampton at the moment. 77% foot mob say the possession is in Saints' favour at the moment. Would you believe Wednesday have a higher XG? Obviously, they did bang out 4 shots in a row, didn't they, in that goal mouth scramble. You think Bolton will beat Lincoln tomorrow? Where's the game? Tell me where the game is. Here comes Walker Peters, who's probably, someone double-checked me, probably had more touches than anyone. Oh, beautiful from Walker Peters. Ward-Prowse puts it across early. He had way more time than that, Ward-Prowse. There is another goal, surely, for Southampton in this spell if it stays any longer like this. Crikey. Ward-Prowse, back with Teller. Russ Martin is gesticulating from the technical box. He must be so happy with the way this is going. Home for Bolton. We'll go for a Bolton win for that one. We could do some chit-chat about some of tomorrow's fixtures at half-time. Good luck with the season, Ben. Thank you, Stephen. Hey, all, we're back. Missed the footy. Feels like League One. These the Premier League. Fair point. There's a reason for that, I think. Alcaraz. Manning's advanced. It's back with the centre-backs now. Alcaraz, Manning. It's too easy at the moment, this, isn't it? I'm at the point now where for Wednesday, I'm just saying, just keep it at 1-0. Stay in the game. Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse crosses back stick looking for a dozy. It's cleared. Manning puts the volley in. Oh, Teller was nearly sneaking in at the back post. To be fair to Wednesday, when they do get a nice narrow shape and force Southampton to cross the ball into the box, they're going to win everything in the air, aren't they? The height advantage is definitely with Wednesday at the back with that League One team that Darren Moore built. But can you sit back narrow all match and just watch Southampton pass the ball around you? Action areas, first 10 minutes, Sky giving us 7% in the final third. And that was probably literally all that goal mouth scramble, wasn't it? Goodness me. At this point, it's how many? Yes, indeedio. Where's the gig? Bishop Stortford, Russ. Private one, though. It's a wedding, sadly, but needs must. Blame my TV, hey? Callum, exactly as I expected it to be. Southampton will end this with 80% possession. Very good point, that, by Callum. He didn't say they'll end it winning. He said they'll end it with 80% possession. That you can be sure of. Walker Peters. Teller drives the cross in. Ihekwe, bit of a 50p boot there. Ihekwe says, get out, get tight to him. But what can you do? Southampton are just so utterly dominant. Since that goalmouth scramble, the only action... God, look at the bench there. There's crikey. The only attacking action Wednesday had was that, and it's the only time they've been on the ball. Ward-Prowse corner, out swinger, right foot, cleared by Wednesday. Walker Peters. Edozie. It's a foul by Will Volks. Quick free kick. Manning. That's poor from Manning. Right, hold on to that ball, Cameron Dawson, and let your side get a foot on it. Goodness me. I really don't know what Munoz's plan is at the moment. It's hard to have a plan, as Mike Tyson famously said, when you've been punched in the face, and they have indeed been punched in the face. It's about reacting now, isn't it, and sitting in. Although we have an attack now for Wednesday. Here comes Patterson down the right. Last cross he put in was decent. He aims for that near post again. Hoyt clear. Patterson does well. Bannon. We always know when we're doing Wednesday, if you're not mentioning Bannon, Wednesday probably not in the game. And we just mentioned him twice. Here's Patterson again. Crosses. Doesn't complete that one. Bannon keeps possession but goes all the way back home to Dawson. Bishop Stortford's local team got promoted. There you go. I'm not going to get to see him, Nathan, but what are you going to do, hey? Bristol City for the playoffs. Keep your comments coming in. We can talk a bit more at half-time about who your teams have got tomorrow. My lot don't play until Sunday night. We've got 3 Sky games on Sunday, so really interested to hear what you guys think about tomorrow's fixtures. We can do a bit more on that at half-time, whilst I'm counting Southampton completed passes here. Walker-Peters, Ward-Prowse, Smallbone, Ward-Prowse, Walker-Peters, Manning. Sorry, that's not Manning, is it? Oh, it's Stevens. He's very far forward. Smallbone. Teller. Smallbone. Was Smallbone on loan in the chat? Was he at Stoke, possibly? Was that last season? Maybe in the season before. I don't remember. Someone tell me in the comments. Alcaraz. Edozie. Manning. Stevens. Smallbone. Smallbone. Stevens. Bam, bam, bam. Manning. Keep ball for Saints. Stoke. Thank you. Was that last season, Rich? Smallbone. I mean, do you know, I remember writing about him for Tribal, but I've watched a lot of football. Right. Watching Southampton, knowing we have them next week. That's tremendous. Yes. Oh, Edozie, lovely skip by Patterson. Edozie into the box. Great run. He's just, as soon as I say great run, Volks bailed Patterson out after he got completely nuked. He was their top. Okay. My lot, don't play until next week, are you Premier League big boys? We're coming up 20 minutes. Dawson's going to take this kick long. Do you know what we could do is give you the numbers, because they're fairly stark. Actually, we'll get a look at this Teller goal. Beautiful finish that, wasn't it? 84% possession. Bannon tries to loop that one over. Has Delgado kept that in? No, it's gone out. On the XG, Wednesday is still ahead, amazingly. 4 shots apiece. Remember, one goal mouth scramble makes up that entire XG in that 4 shots. 171 passes to 21 with a 93% accuracy there for Southampton. They have been excellent. Wednesday crowd could turn at 2 or 3 in first half. Yeah, that's why I agree. They've got to stay in there, haven't they? Watford v QPR. QPR doubled them last season. Yes, indeed, they did. Very similar to the opening goal last season from Martson. Right, Wednesday have the ball, God forbid. And as soon as I say that, diagonal is given away. And Walker-Peters, who has had a cigar on all match, gets it forward. Armstrong can't. He's quick, Armstrong. He's not that quick. Here is Ihekwe. Into Windass, miscontrols it, and Saints have it again. Edozie, nice and narrow on the left wing there. Smallbone, just slowing it down. And what you get in this situation here, when Smallbone's got it, he's the kind of deep central midfielder. The 2 fullbacks are right in with him as a kind of central midfield 3, which allows Alcaraz to get a bit further forward and Ward-Prowse. It's that kind of 2-3-5 Manchester City business, isn't it? Never going to be an easy game for Wednesday. Learning to play the way Cisco once with last season's team. Yeah, fair comments, all of those. Did you see the replay? Could be Armstrong. You get a little nick on it, did he? What else have we got here? If we see Blackburn's Armstrong, could be amazing. Yeah, the interesting thing about Blackburn Armstrong is he was constantly running in behind on counter-attacks. It's going to be a very different style of football, isn't it? Oh, here's Alcaraz. Nice feet. Alcaraz. Oh, Christ. Lovely bit of skill by him. Looked like he was bending that one into the far corner. Low strike. Nice feet. Good close control. Acceleration. Oof, keeper's done there, isn't he? Good effort that. Just. It's unlucky, actually. About yay wide, as they would say in Suffolk. Ihekwe, Wednesday 0, Southampton 1. Haven't made many chances, but that's as close as it's been to going 2-0 despite the complete dominance. Could have easily been 2, yeah. Keeper was done there, Russ, wasn't he? What's Russ Martin's go-to Wagamama order? This is my famous meeting with Russ Martin in the Milton Keynes Dons Wagamama. Rich, it was after a game, so he would have been carb loading, wouldn't he? So probably not fair to judge a footballer on what they eat post-match because they're allowed to completely replace everything, aren't they? Getting too scientific about the Russ Martin diet. Windass has fouled Walker. Shall I try that again? Windass, don't clip that. Windass has fouled Walker Peters. Walker Peters has been excellent, hasn't he? He's best player on the pitch, in my humble opinion. Oof. Lucky not to get a yellow card for that, Windass. Who's the ref? Is it Madley? Is that referee Madley? Someone tell me in the chat. I could just look it up, couldn't I? Yeah. Sad when you recognise referees, isn't it? Katsu Carry plus Singer. What's that Asian beer? Is that the Asian beer they have at Wagon? That's bloody lovely, that, isn't it? Anyone got a beer on at the moment? I fancy one, actually. Free kick here. Ward Prowse whips that one in. Patterson gets a head on it. Alcaraz in the box, dribbling. Alcaraz puts off. He has got damn good close control, hasn't he, Carlos Alcaraz? Goodness me. I think Patterson probably could have left that. Volks was behind him. It's poor from Volks to let Alcaraz past him so easily then. It's actually Lee Gregory who cleared it. Another corner in from Ward Prowse. Sort of palmed clear by Dawson. Edozie hits the shot over the bar. Beer o'clock here. Nice. A bottle of white wine. Stop it. Surprised no one snapped up Ward Prowse. Yeah, I don't think Ward Prowse gets snapped up, does he? I think that's a big deal and a lot of money, isn't it? But it's going to happen, isn't it? Ihekwe. For Maywo. Nice work by him. Windass. For Maywo. Wednesday, stringing some passes together. I'm on the Scotch. Happy days. Friday at 1 p.m, Nathan. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, fella. That whip curl Ward Prowse. When he does his run-up, it looks impossible to get the direction he does. He's such a brilliant free kick taker, isn't he? Ipswich will win Sunday, while Norwich will lose to Hull. I'd shake hands on a draw for Ipswich right now, given the keeper's out for a long while, we think. Here is Ihekwe. Wednesday have had more of the ball in the last 90 seconds than probably the previous 20 minutes. And I'm not exaggerating there. Yellow card has come out for Adam Armstrong. Are we going to call that a striker's tackle? Why has he been booked for that? Interesting. That's just not a yellow card, is it? Oh, he's kicked the ball. Okay. If he's been booked for kicking the ball away, I get it. Because he can't have been booked for the foul. Not after Windass just went in from the side a minute or two before. And now Lee Gregory's been booked. Do we think the EFL refs have been told to crack down on dissent? Because within the space of about a minute there, Armstrong's been booked for probably kicking the ball away. And Gregory's just been booked for mouthing off, I think. Oh, we're kicking the ball away. Jesus Christ. I assume we'll get confirmation on what those yellow cards were for. It looked like they were both for kicking the ball away because, call me old-fashioned, neither of those fouls looked like a yellow card. The Windass foul looked far more likely to bring a yellow card than the other two. So we'll find out. Who knows? Glenn, amazed. Ward-Prowse, Walker-Peters. So yeah, it's just the timing, isn't it, Glenn? They'll be gone soon enough, we think. I suspect the rest of the division, certainly the teams that play Southampton after September, will probably be pleased about that. The teams playing Southampton in August will not be wanting to face these lads. Walker-Peters. Stevens. I think we're still up around 80% possession for Southampton. 29 minutes into this game. I suspect some of these Wednesday, lovely little dink over the top there. Here is Edozie into the box. It's good from Patterson. Gets his body in the way. Bannon knocks it back into Volks. Volks didn't want that there, did he? Edozie, lovely feet. Now that is going to be a yellow card. Patterson he's turned his back on the ref because he knows he's about to get booked. You know, as soon as you're pulling someone back by the shirt, you're getting a yellow card, aren't you? As a Burnley fan, confused why we aren't spending 20 million on random players but won't pay. Yeah, fair. Yeah, Teller started very nicely. Patterson looks like he's having a word, let's just say, with Delgado, the new Chilean signing. New rule for yellows going to be so many. Well, look, we don't like dissent. We don't like time wasting. We appreciate fouls are going to happen. We get that. But yeah, if we can cut out kicking the ball away and mouthing off and deliberately wasting time, I'm all for it. And hopefully, if the refs are all strong and they get the message through in a Sky game, then hopefully, net positive, it's going to be a good thing. Nathan has just stolen my line. So I'll just put that up there and agree with him. Free kick to Southampton. James Ward-Prowse. He's going to shoot, isn't he? Ward-Prowse. Left of the goal as you look. Ward-Prowse into the wall. And a karate kick there, clearance. And Walker-Peters, who's had so many touches this half, it's not even funny. Oh, well played. Knocks it into Armstrong. Walker-Peters. And for Maywo, for once, gets the better of him. Prediction for the Borough tomorrow, mate. Can we do those at half-time, godlike? We'll have a little bang through what's going on tomorrow. We can flit away from this game a little bit. Here is Ward-Prowse. Teller. Back to Ward-Prowse. Teller. 32 up on the clock. You could call that. Rich says, look at the foot mob attack momentum graph. Look at that big red blob. I think that's probably everyone's view of the game without any data or algorithms. Come on, you Saints. Here comes Edozie. Oh, he's ghosted past Patterson. Keep your hands down, Patterson. You're on a yellow card, fella. Goodness me. That is now, if it wasn't already an unfair fight, Edozie v Patterson down that side with Patterson on a yellow card and the, let's just say the pace differential there is a bit of an unfair one. Bannon, early free kick. Ooh, he's just tried a bit too hard there, Mr. Bannon, giving the ball away. Small bone. Bednarek. Ward-Prowse. Oh, nice little feed in. Walker-Peters, who is, I'm going to say it now, no hyperbole. Walker-Peters is by far the man of the match now. I don't think he's just the best player on the pitch. He's just head and shoulders, isn't he? Now, here comes Patterson. Can he get the crossover from the right? It's a good one to the back post. Teller does well, heads it away. Backinson tries the curler. It's not a bad effort by Tyreek Backinson. Really difficult technique from out there. Bazunu threw himself across the goal, to be fair, didn't he? Decent ball, I thought, that by Patterson. Just trying to stand it up, given no one was across the near post. It's not the worst strike in the world, that by Backinson. That's tremendous. Small bone, unlucky name, no comment. Armstrong awarded the goal. Yeah, I must look at the replay of that. Didn't spot that as it was going in, I must say. Yeah, heck way. Well, maybe Wednesday, are they coming into it a little bit now? Last couple of minutes. Bannon lifts that one over the top. Gregory tries to take it down. Was he onside? If he was onside, that was a great ball by Bannon over the top. And Wednesday, getting into the game for the first time, really. Come on, you lot in the chat. Willie Smallbone. We've reached our level. Carl Walker-Peters is way too good for the championship. We are realising this very fast in this 35-minute cameo. There's one down the line for Windass. He's offside, isn't he? Yes. I'm not reading these. Come on. We're on Foot Mob for the in-game stats. I'm not sponsored by him. There is Jason Wilcox, who is someone give me the title in the comments, Director of Football, Technical Director, Sporting Director, one of those three probably. Sky are just plugging their Sunday games. Again, I will be at Leicester versus Coventry on Sunday. Look out for the vlog for that. Oh, nice big diag there. Teller in the box. Teller brings it down. Ward-Prowse thinks the cross in. Headed clear. You do feel Saints, even though they've been very, very dominant, foul on Delgado then. Manning knew what he was doing. I think he might get away without a yellow for that. Oh, no, he's got one. Yeah, fair comment. I thought he disguised it to look like a tackle and not a professional foul, but no, referee Madley. I make referee Madley right again. I make it right other than the Windass foul about all the yellow cards, really. Yeah. Stick his ankles away there. What was I saying? Yeah, check out the vlog, and we'll be doing Blue Monday on Sunday night, straight after Sunderland Ipswich. So if you want to give me your take on that one, pop into that particular stream. And hopefully you heard the news. We've got Mr. Sam Parkin of TalkSport and ITV and Chelsea TV and What the EFL fame. He's going to be on the channel every Thursday now. And he will be live. So you can give him your comments and your questions and get Sam's take. For those people who say, what do I know about football? We've got someone with some credibility now. There you go. By the way, the Wednesday free kick came to nothing. This is bullying, pure dominance. Alcaraz, 37.56 on the clock. 1-0 Saints. Although Wednesday, I would say, have just had their best spell. And let's be honest, in this game, the best spell for Wednesday means literally just getting on the ball for 2 or 3 minutes. But that was the case. Ward-Prowse, Walker-Peters, Alcaraz, Walker-Peters, Teller, Walker-Peters. Oh, if he'd pulled that one off, I was going to start wooing over that. Try the outside of the footer there. Didn't quite have it in his locker. Nice one, Ben. Thank you, Jules. Very kind. Ben V. Parking for chat. I always say whenever I've talked to a manager or a player that us fans see it one way. We've never been in the dressing room or on the pitch, and we have our view. And to live a day in their life, Walker-Peters, oh, nice little feed. Armstrong couldn't quite find Ward-Prowse there. Crowded out. Can we get a Wednesday counter here? Delgado just holds that up. Oh, nice feet by Backinson. A few eyebrows raised at Backinson's inclusion. He's by no means been the worst player for Wednesday, has he? Let's be fair, in a pretty backs-to-the-wall game for the Owls. They've been chasing shadows for a lot of it. But they're only a goal down, and the chasm between the two teams is closing as we come into half-time. Year 11 v Year 7, right. Surprised they're not showing the Wrexham game. Don't worry, Liam. You're going to see plenty of Wrexham over the next few years. Coniston, you absolute legend. Thank you so much. What is that in the background? Is that Portsmouth? Or is it Leeds? What's that stadium in the background there on Coniston's picture? But thank you. $5 NZ. Very, very kind. Thank you for all the super chats, by the way. Really, really appreciate the support. We'll try and get live as often as possible this season. I know we didn't get on as much as we could last season. You will forgive me. This was between the ages of 1 and 2 for Enid. So the channel took a little bit of a backseat in that regard there. Manning puts the cross in, easily gathered. So look, if I'm Cisco Munoz and I'm seeing every time Southampton put a cross in the box, I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. It's when they're building up the play forever and a day outside the box. Is it Ipswich? Where is that picture? Nah, that's not Ipswich. What stadium is that? Someone tell me. It's definitely not Ipswich. Ipswich never had a cornery bit like that. The ball is back with Bazunu. Carlisle. God, thank you, Coniston, for saving my honour. Jules, I will be at Portman Road, I think. I think I'm there next, possibly. I'm definitely at the QPR game, which is not at Portman Road. And I'm definitely there for the Leeds game. So I'll definitely be there this month. Not sure where I'm going to end up Saturday the 12th. Alexis, what a legend. Christmas for us. Subscribe to his channel, by the way. Very good. The EFL resumes today as a donation for the thumbnail. Thank you so much, Alexis. Very, very kind indeed. Off topic, but this comment amused me. There you go. I won't read it. Alcaraz carrying the ball forward. Alcaraz switch of play. Cool, he's a good player, Alcaraz, isn't he? Teller, this is where he scored from. Teller, nearly, well, I think they're giving the goal to Armstrong, but Teller nearly repeating the same manoeuvre there, cutting inside into that inside left position, pinging the shot. For Mayweather, maybe not learning his lesson. I think Dawson had that one covered, didn't he? Oh, 42-47 on the clock. Oh, Adozie knocks that one in. It's gone loose. Stevens blocked off the line. Huge chance there. Dawson was done. There's been a foul given. Who made the block there off the line? I think the ball was still... the foul hadn't been given then. Hell of a chance there. is Stevens. Do you know that takes a deflect? That's excellent from Patterson, who just reads it, doesn't he? One step back, right place, right time. Unorthodox, just gets his knee in the way, but Patterson saves a certain goal there. It was Stevens, the centre half there from the scramble from the corner. Shows why Pato is such an important player for. He's most definitely an all-rounder, isn't he? Callum Patterson. Small bone. Stevens, who came very, very close to making it 2-0 there. Teller has a good left foot on him. Oh, yes. Yeah, that Burnley side last year had fun from those inside forward attacking positions, didn't they? Teller staying with Saints this season. Hands off Allen. There you go. Here is Teller. Walker-Peters. Little drift into the box there. Ward-Prowse. Teller, Ward-Prowse, small bone. Not back inside. Small bone. Bednarek. Why do I get Bednarek and Vestergaard confused? Don't know why. Here's Edozie v Patterson. Remember Patterson on a yellow. Manning. 6 minutes. We heard, didn't we, that stoppage time is going to go longer. 6 minutes at half time, where we only ever normally get 3, whatever has happened in the first half. Little attempted slide down the line. Edozie, oh, that's a foul by Delgado. He says Edozie dived. I don't believe him. And Delgado, in very Chilean fashion, pleads his innocence there. Looked like a definite foul to me, but I will watch the replay and reserve judgment. Yeah, he trod on his foot there. It's not a dive, I'm afraid. We've been meeting up with John and Paul outside. Yes, I will do if they're there. No, 100%. Maybe one of them will take me to Wagamama's in Shepherd's Bush in Westfield, Dave. How about that? Did I say Pato Banton? Don't mention Pato Banton because I can probably do the Pato Banton. I must admit I was a clown to be messing around. But that doesn't mean that you want to leave town. Come back, yes, with me, Bagazense. Together to return. Pato Banton. And if you're not my age, that is going to mean absolutely nothing to you. But please don't clip that bit out. I'll get done for cultural appropriation for my attempt at my reggae singing there. Ward-Prowse then with the free kick. And it comes right footed. He shoots. Easy one for Dawson, who stood himself on the near post there. It's one of those where Ward-Prowse, if he is going to beat him there, has got to really smash that into the top corner or go across the keeper. Just didn't get enough pace on it, did he? Wanted to clip that. Need a new ringtone. Please don't clip that. Nobody do that. We don't need to hear that. I'm still getting over my shock at, what's the Wolves lad called? Traore's bicep size. UB40. Yes, it was indeed. What a band. Did UB40 do? There's a rat in the kitchen. What am I going to do? Or is that like the specials? I don't know. We've gone off on a tangent. What a man. Is Pat O'Banton. That's quite good, actually. The centre-back Ipswich are after. Can he play in goal, Skip? This is exactly the game I bet on that ends 1-1. Yeah, right. Nodded out by Ihekwe. I think that's a Wednesday throw. Cisco seems... a ball boy is a thing of the past then. Got the balls are on stands, or do the ball boys just replace the balls on the stands? And we have the novelty now, Sky doing a close-up of the scoreboard, because finally, the scoreboard will actually count past 45. And we'll actually be able to see it in the stadium. The authorities actually doing something about time wasting at last. If you're going to charge us 40 quid for a ticket, can we at least see an hour's worth of football? Teller. Walker-Peters. Little floaty switch of play from him. Look at the size of that man. There you go. Deep cut Dale. A proper watch-along connoisseur there. To be fair to me, Adama Traore is a huge man. He's wider than he is tall, isn't he? Here is Walker-Peters. We are 49-40. So 80 seconds until the first half ends. And that sentence actually ends. Smallbone, Manning. Wednesday have just slipped back into, we're going to sit in and get to half-time mode here. They don't want to concede a goal right late in stoppage time, having kind of settled things down from it looking like it was really going to get away from them. Smallbone. Can't believe I'm older than Patterson. To be fair, Patterson has looked probably 40 since he was about 21. But he's a professional footballer, damn it. And we will show him the respect he deserves. Teller, 1v1 with Famewa. He's going to have a run at him. Oh, nice body shape by Teller. Knocks that one. Ward-Prowse. Crosses it again, Ward-Prowse. Wednesday get it clear. Delgado. I think we had about 5 yellow cards now. Delgado is one of them. 1, 2 for Wednesday. 2, 4, 5. Yeah. Sorry, 3 for Wednesday. 2 for Saints. Into the final minute of the 6 minutes of stoppage time. For Mayo. No, Cisco, little left foot scoop there to give the ball back. But this is going to be the last phase of play of the half. Smallbone. Manning wants a foul there. 15 seconds left of the 6 minutes minimum stoppage time. And that be that. Actually, did my maths wrong there. 7 minutes stoppage time they played there. It is half time, guys. It is Sheffield Wednesday 0, Southampton 1. My take on that first half, we'll look at the numbers in just a second, was that Southampton started pretty well. Wednesday had that goal-mouth scramble. And from then on, for probably about 20, 25 minutes, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, Southampton were utterly dominant, weren't they? It went 1-0 with Teller's shot, which we're wondering whether Adam Armstrong got a nick on. We'll have to probably wait until Monday to see who that ultimately gets given to. Couple of close calls. Alcaraz bent one just round the far post, didn't he? Patterson cleared one off the line, but it didn't go 2-0. And Wednesday are, in effect, still in the game. Let me know your thoughts on that half. We'll just have a quick look at the numbers, and then we'll get into your comments. And we can open it up a little bit at halftime. Let me know any other subjects you want to talk about, especially in terms of tomorrow's games and Sunday's games. So 77% possession to Saints, absolutely dominant there. 0.62 to 0.39 on the XG, 11 shots to 5, 477 passes. Could they get the 1,000? If we get a lot of stoppage time, can they rack up? What does that need? Who's good at maths? 523 in the second half. You would assume it. Can it be as dominant again in the second half? You'd assume Wednesday will be a little bit closer, won't you? We're going to go to your comments in just a second. But first, please do me a favor here. It really, really does help if you could hit the like button for me. If someone can keep track on how many we get. Can we get the first like spike of the season? Everybody go and hit the like button. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate everybody being here. We go 100 up. Boom. Right, let's go to your comments there. What have we got here? Southampton playing a bit like Town in the first half. Passing for the sake of passing. Oh, first half of last season. Okay. Without really going forward. Any more comments here? Any more questions we can get into? Will I be coming to the Den? I did possibly think about coming to the Den for Millwall Bristol City, Robert, but tickets are at a premium, let's just say, and I can't quite. If anyone can tee me up with a nice seat at the Den where I'm not all the way over to one end of the what is it, Cold Blow Lane? No, not Cold Dockers. A bit noisy, you know, a bit rough and ready for me. The Dockers, isn't it? I don't know whether I'll survive, but. Yeah, if anyone can see me up with a Millwall ticket, I will go to that game. But otherwise, it's going to be Ipswich 3 weeks in a row then. We want to keep it spread out, but we want to cover Ipswich as well. Any more comments? Get your questions, get your comments in. Blade Runner. All our best players are on the bench. Blade, are you a Sheffield United or a Wednesday fan there with Blade in there? First game of the season, and that's the shirt you choose to wear. I mean, you don't need a question mark with that comment. It is just an objective statement of fact. This is the shirt I choose to wear. When am I coming to St Andrews? I did think about doing Birmingham Leeds, but I'm going to see Leeds at Portman Road and probably versus Sheffield Wednesday as well. So I don't want to go to. Actually, I'll probably do Millwall Leeds in September as well. I don't want to go crazy and do a million Leeds games in the first 6 weeks of the season. I'm going to be at Stevenage Watford on Tuesday, and I'm going to do a League One game. So I'm going to do Derby Oxford the following Tuesday as well. So we'll try and get to as many games as possible. George, watching on Now TV, Sky Sports, which is always on delay. Oh, you perfectly aligned it now. Tremendous work. The best analysis. Oh, thank you so much, George. Very, very kind. Rich, quite a few walking tightrope. Chance of a red card second half. I would agree with that, especially Patterson. I know he offers good leadership, doesn't he? But 1v1 with Edozie and possibly Alcaraz getting over there and helping him and Manning getting forward. Yeah, it's going to be a tricky second half to judge. What else have we got in the... You'd survive in the Dockers stand, just bring your Stoney. They'd eat me alive when they saw my haircut in the Dockers, wouldn't they? Actually, let's take this one to the comments. What do you think? Predictions for top scorer this season. Any wild ones that don't involve a parachute team, although it will likely be a Leeds, Leicester or Saints player, won't it? But Am I going to be streaming a lot of the Championship games? Yeah, we'll try and do as many as possible. Right, we've seen a replay of this. Sky is saying Adam Armstrong goal. Let's see if we've got super slow-mo on that. To be fair, it hits him. I personally don't agree that that's Adam Armstrong's goal. If that was a defender, it wouldn't go down as an own goal, would it? So I don't think if it's a striker, it should be given to the striker. But we'll see what the people who confirm, I don't know what they're called, the dubious goals committee or whatever. So Adam Armstrong might get that one, even though he's trying to get out of the way of it and doesn't mean to score whatsoever. Any chance of the Simbin return? I think we could, if you want the Simbin to return, let us know. People take great delight in me banning people for 5 minutes and sticking them in the fake news Simbin. That is for sure. Crazy thing is that Southampton could put on Stuart Armstrong, Joe Aribo, Che Adams, and Lavia. Be interesting with Lavia particularly because he might fetch an even bigger fee than Ward-Prowse, just given his age. I suspect not that Russ Martin will be told, but there will be pressure if he doesn't want to risk all of these high-ticket players, that some of them might just stay on the bench, mightn't they? With a view to moves being completed very, very soon. Blues Leeds now sold out. Tremendous stuff. Who's got the best fans in the Championship, in your opinion? There is no right answer to that because every fan of a team thinks their fans are the best. No one will admit anyone else's fans are good. And whoever I say, I'm going to upset 23 other sets of fans. We're all football fans, aren't we? We all get great meaning from watching and supporting our team. So, okay, you know, some clubs have more fans historically, don't they, and can do bigger away ends and louder noise. But I'm never sure that makes them better or worse. It just means that, you know, clubs got more fans, doesn't it? So, there you go. Millwall v Leeds, good luck. Yes, going to be fun. Is Leeds v Cardiff the most opening day fixture of all opening day fixtures? No, Bristol City v Preston is. For sure. Danny, hopefully Blade signing Akpom. Surely. Interesting. Akpom was... did you see anyone see that on Twitter yesterday? One of the Borough accounts, Boroughpolis, I think, said, there's made some statement. I can't remember exactly what it was. And Akpom actually replied and said, nope, that's not true. Near total domination for Southampton. Must say I didn't expect Wednesday to sit off and let Saints play. I think Saint 194, in the worst part of that, I don't think Sheffield Wednesday had much choice. But yeah, they did end up getting further and further back. I do agree with you. Russ, 5 changes each will really cut those chances. In terms of what we took in top scorer then, so I'm getting behind my comments here. Keep the comments coming. Can QPR scrape a win at Watford? Also, if Southampton do maintain most players, are parachutes not obsolete? Well, parachutes aren't obsolete. The only issue, it's just the gap's just got bigger, hasn't it? We still need something to try and soften the gap, but it's just ridiculous now, isn't it? But some of us have been saying this for the last 5 years, and people used to say to me in 2017 and 2018, "Oh, Ben, you're going on about the parachute payments too much." And perhaps 5 years later, when everybody's talking about it, perhaps we were right, weren't we, on the channel here? What else have we got in the chat? Kane, put £10 on Hull promotion this year, mate. Kane, will you lend us a tenner? And I'll put it on Hull promotion. Keep your comments coming. We're at half time. It is opening day, Wednesday, 0, Southampton 1. What do we got here? Sinistera going to destroy this league. Well, if Kyle Walker-Peters' first half is anything to go off, there's a few players who look somewhat above the level, for sure. What have we got here? First person to go in the sin bin should be Russ. I'm not putting him in if you request him. He's perfectly capable of finding his way in. But I need to do another jingle. So if the sin bin is coming back, it's not coming back. Yeah. Where's he put it? It said something about an overnight bag there. I can't see it. Yeah. It's gone. Keep comments coming, guys. Really, really appreciate everybody's support and the likes and all the comments. Football is back, and we blooming love it. Chollis, where do I think Billy Sharp's going? No, I thought he was going to go to Doncaster, where he's been before, and that's not miles from Sheffield. So who knows? I don't know. What he'd probably play League One level, couldn't he, Billy? Fit as a butcher's dog. Thoughts on Norwich going up this season? Well, I think they had a better chance of going up last season, and they didn't. It all went wrong. Norwich were, let's get this wrong, 13th or 12th? 12th or 13th? 12.5 we'll call it last season. They've got to finish higher than that, haven't they, Norwich? But I don't know. I just think it's going to be hard for them to get into the top six. But hey, they certainly know their way around that area of the Championship table, don't they? Nathan, if Wednesday can keep this a 1-goal game, yeah, I mean, we said that, didn't we? Just hang in there, for God's sake. Hang in there. If it had gone 2 in that period in the middle of the first half, then, yeah, could have got gnarly. Bailey, any thoughts on Coventry spending big on Haji Wright? Which, of course, happened. Well, we knew it was going to happen, but it was announced a couple of hours after I did my transfer update today. Remember, Coventry don't play until Sunday. So Haji Wright is registered in time to be involved in some way, shape or form on Sunday. I assume he'll be on the bench. But I don't know. My first instinct, Bailey, was that, that means if Coventry are spending, if it can go up to like 9 million or something, then surely Hamer's going to go. But we'll see. I tell you what, if Coventry keep Hamer and they're spending, 3 or 4 million up front on Sims and, however much Haji Wright's going to be, then that is a bold, my new word that gets me in trouble, my bold transfer business. Daniel, thank you so much. It's very, very kind. £10 on the super chat. Thank you so much. I don't have a drink. I'll raise my empty coffee cup here. A Doncaster fan, looks like, Daniel. You are welcome. Come one, come all. Bold. Yes. What stadium has provided you the best pre-match music on your channels? Oh, God. I quite like Crazy Train at Aston Villa. And I like Mr. Blue Sky at Birmingham. It's that part of the world. And I like the at West Brom. I don't know. I like the Millwall song before the game. I like the Greasy Chip Butty at Sheffield United. I like Mull of Kintyre at Forest. I like Marching On Together at Leeds. Too many to choose from, for goodness sakes. Sky are just showing these yellow cards, and we were right, weren't we, that Armstrong definitely got booked for kicking the ball away. And we realised referee Madley was serious because Lee Gregory did it a minute later, or a couple of minutes later, whatever it was, far more subtly, and he got booked as well. Don't kick the ball away, football players. How much did Coventry get for Gyökeres? Coventry got 20 million euros for Victor Gyökeres, with another 4 potentially on performance-related stuff. So there we go. Right, we're about to kick off the second half. How is this game finishing? Get your predictions in right now. Get me your predictions in. How is this game finishing? It is at half time. We're about to kick off the second half. It's Wednesday 0, Saints 1. Predictions in, please. Right, keep those predictions coming in. Looks like referee Madley is just getting let's be honest, getting the cue from the Sky producer as to whether we can start the second half. We are off. I tell you what I will do is bang through the team lineups once again. We have kicked off. If you want a timestamp as well, I'll try and do one of them ASAP. For Wednesday, Dawson, Patterson, Iorfa, Ihekwe for Maywo, Volks and Backinson behind Bannon, Windass left, Delgado right, Gregory up top. Saints, Bazunu in goal, Walker Peters, Bednarek, Stevens, Manning across the back, Smallbone, Ward-Prowse, Alcaraz in the middle, Edozie left, goal score. Well, what we thought was goal scorer, and we're splitting hairs here. Teller and Armstrong, who may also be goal scorer, down the middle. Long throw in there from Will Volks. Actually got the touch near post, headed out by Walker Peters. Lively start for Wednesday, who have forced a corner. I'm going to get your predictions after this corner. Keep them coming in if you want. Patterson, Ihekwe for Mayweather. Got some good height in there. Iorfa's probably bigger than all of them as well. Bannon, good corner taker. Here we go. Left footer, out swinger. Bannon pops it in, headed by Alcaraz up in the air. Saints clear their lines. Oh, can they get a counter on here? If Alcaraz can get a touch on that. Oh, well played, Patterson. Really good play. Gets in front. Draws the foul. Let's pop some of these predictions up for how this is going to finish. I won't be able to read them all out. I will just click them all up on the screen here. Here it comes. We'll just keep our eye on that back pass. Dawson getting closed down. I want to get all your predictions up on the screen. Yeah, we can have fun predicting the stoppage time. Wednesday come out quite well this half. Bit more up and at them. Iorfa given away. And Stevens picked that one up. Sorry, it's Manning. Sorry, those Saint shirts are hard work with the red and red halves, aren't they? And you can see Southampton very, very clearly with Wednesday came out. They pressed, they forced a corner, they won the ball back quickly, tried to get it back to front. Southampton very, very obviously now slowing it back down, getting on the ball, just trying to take the sting out of Wednesday after that kind of lively first 2 minutes out of the tunnel, let's just say. Stevens. Alcaraz, who tries to play that one inside Patterson. Can I suggest Patterson's not enjoying playing behind Delgado on his debut here? I think he's been a bit exasperated a couple of times about the protection from the debutant in front of him, who was down as a right back on FootMob, so he should know how to defend the Chilean. There you go. Manning. Stevens, Bednarek, Walker Peters, Stevens, Manning, heavy touch by Smallbone. Oh, beautifully played by Stevens. That's excellent. Great move this. Alcaraz, Teller on the right foot this time, drills the shot. That's a bit greedy from Teller, but it's come out to Walker Peters. He had loads of options in the box there. It's a really good move. Smallbone whips that one in. Patterson, stop the game. That looked nasty. I hope he's okay. Definitely got one in the face there from Edozie. Patterson's just down. I think he's going to be okay. Sits back up again. Oh, yeah, he's fine. I think he just headed the back of his shoulder, possibly. But you knew it was just going to get stopped. Stephen, hope you're well. Buzzing, football's back. Oh, yes. It's the first half of the new season. Southampton have already set a record for the most passing. Oh, is that a record 477? We wondered, Can they get up to 1,000 in this game? We will see. Here's Bannon. Wins that high up. He's on his own here. Still dribbling. He's done really well, Bannon. Sticks a really inviting cross in there. And if I'm Bannon, I'm really annoyed saying, where is Gregory on the end of that one? And now here comes Southampton. Great throw by Bazunu from the centre of the penalty box all the way out to the left wing. Edozie carries it. That's still live. Edozie, though, silly from Delgado. He's going to get subbed soon, isn't he? He tried to kind of keep it in with a back heel. And in the end, Edozie draws the foul. It's going to be a free kick to Southampton over on the left wing. Am I going to do watch longs and teams we've got for a? Yeah, we'll try our best, Danny, to do as much as is possible. Yeah, not Delgado's finest hour there. Chasing back, he could have let that one go. He tried to keep it in and win a throw in and didn't, and then committed the foul, which puts pressure on his team. David, welcome from North Norfolk, Cromer. Isn't Cromer in Suffolk? I'm sure David knows better than me if he lives there, but... So, free kick then to Southampton all the way over on the left wing. But Ward-Prowse can really stick this one in on top of the keeper, can't he? Haven't got much height, but Stevens and Bednarek are up. In it goes. Headed clear. Oh, complete miss-hit from Nathan Teller, of all people there. Kind of went horizontally. They got it back forward. Volks clears it. It's kept in, actually. And Wednesday clear their lines properly. Although Saints win it back. Is that foul on Ward-Prowse? Not given. And here comes a counter-attack. Windass down the left-hand side. 1v1 with Bednarek. Windass does well. Engages Bednarek. Wins the corner. Oh, excuse me. Do I remember Macaulay Bond mugging off Bazunu at Fratton Park? I do not, sadly. Fratton Park. Oh, God. League One. 4 years in League One, hey? I'm trying to erase them, to be honest. Have I done a fantasy championship gaffer? Jacob, I haven't. I always create a fantasy team and then lose interest after about 2 weeks. Short attention span, I'm afraid. Someone has been booked on the Wednesday bench there, and referee Madley went up to him and went like that without a card in his hand and then booked him. So not only do you get booked for kicking the ball away now, you get booked for gesturing a yellow card. I don't know. Is that the worst crime in the world? Corner goes in. Oh, chance! And there is the equalising goal! The championship, everybody. Complete domination in the first half. And Lee Gregory, from the second ball from a corner, we said, stick him in your team. He might not press too much. He might not run too much. But he can certainly finish. And that is exactly what he's done. It looked very unlikely in the first half. But Sheffield Wednesday have the equaliser. It was good work, wasn't it, to win the corner from Windass in the first instance. Hung up. Bannon actually doesn't take this one. It's a great finish by proper striker's goal. Exactly what we were talking about when we spoke about Lee Gregory before the game. Just bullies Miss Iorfa and Smallbone. And Iorfa's just too strong for Smallbone there. We said they had the height advantage, didn't we? Completely bullies him. He's about a foot higher than him with the jump. It's a great finish by Gregory. First time. Walker Peters, who's been brilliant, throws himself in to block it, and he still gets the shot off Gregory. First time, right in the corner, and take your 477 passes and 80% possession or whatever it was, and mix that in, because it's Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 1, and I am fascinated to hear your guys' comments on that. Wow. 1-1. He's our number 9. Wow, goal. Go on. Total championship moment. It's a championship. You got to take your chances. Let's stick as many of these down as we can. How the F have we done that? Well, we said stay in the game. Someone said it at half time, didn't they? 1-goal game, set play, that can happen. And that's exactly what has just happened. There we go. Let's click all of those down. And it is 1-1. And Southampton, from looking in a very dominant position in terms of the flow of the game, but how dominant can you ever really be when you only have a 1-goal lead? That's the deal, isn't it? And Wednesday, we said they started the second half well, didn't there? It was good energy right from the off and managed to get up a bit of a head of steam. Southampton tried to slow them down, ebbed and flowed, bit of a counter-attack, and set plays, Iorfa's height, Gregory's good finishing. There we go. 1-1. And I'm sure I can do the maths. How many places between these two last season? 20th in the Premier League and 3rd in the Championship, 24, 25, 26. 27, it depends if you count. Let's say 26 places completely in between these two teams. And it is currently 1-1. And here comes Southampton. Teller on the right wing. Knocks that one inside. The Wednesday fans like they're having fun in stand over near the Saints fans. Teller. Smallbone. Teller. Smallbone. Cisco is a great motivator. Big halftime team talk. Might be the case. It couldn't have been much further off it in the first half, but yeah. Let's give him some credit then. Smallbone. Teller. Teller pops the cross in, cleared by Volks, who's probably played rather deeper than he would have hoped to. And cleared away by Dawson. Now, if you're Sheffield Wednesday now, get the crowd up and just make it awkward for Southampton. Don't let them take over the game again. That's got to be the strategy, surely. Delgado takes it off Patterson's. It's going to be a fun conversation between Delgado and Patterson after this game, isn't it? Patterson looked like he was arriving to gather that, and Delgado took it off his toes, and out it went. Teller puts the cross in low, bit of a shanky clearance there from Ihekwe, but they get away with it. And this is by far the best moment of the game now for Wednesday. Bannon gives it away. And Gregory was with him then, and they had runner in Windass as well. Evening, Mr. Bloom. Good to be back for one season. Confident, John. Oh, excuse me. It's Che Adams playing. He's on the bench. Ward-Prowse. Alcaraz. Oh, Teller steps inside. Teller. Oh, it's gone loose and hoofed clear by Callum Patterson. Bit more pace about the attack there. But we have stopped. Alcaraz has gone down. And this is why this season is going to be interesting. It's the championship. It's always interesting. Keep your comments coming. 58:30 on the clock. Sheffield Wednesday 1. Southampton 1. Complete dominance in the first half from Saints. Set play. Equalizer. Not long into the second half. For Sheffield Wednesday. Alcaraz stays down. He's covering his face. The doctor is looking at his left knee. Looks like he's in a bit of pain there, Alcaraz. Hopefully he is okay. This is going to be a brilliant championship season, I suspect. Southampton do look suspect to the counter. 15 quid on a third goal. Please gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org. 18 plus only. Remember on my gambling sponsor days? Used to have to say that a lot. Alcaraz jogs, not runs, over to the touchline. Now, is this, what's his name, Musaba? The new lad from Monaco? I assume he's coming on for Delgado. Although Tyreek Backinson is walking towards the touchline. I forecast Delgado coming off for about 25 minutes now. Let's see what's going on down there on the touchline. Musaba looked like he was getting ready to come on. My understanding of the new signing for Wednesday is he is a right winger. And Delgado, on his debut, he's on a yellow card. He's been a bit iffy in patches, hasn't he? So I assumed that would be the sub. But Tyreek Backinson has just trotted over to the touchline. We did see Liam Palmer play defensive midfield at the end of the season for Wednesday, didn't we? Is he back in the game yet? Back in the game, back in Sun? Doesn't look like it. I think he's just been waved back on. Or is that Alcaraz? Yeah, they've both come back on. Okay, so no subs yet. So I am expecting Musaba to come on for Delgado within the next 2 minutes. Here is a Dozy, though, on the left wing. Ghosts past Delgado. That's got to be the last action for the Chilean. Don't think I'm ganging up on him. I don't gang up on him on my own. There's only one of me. You know what I'm saying, don't you? Or is he putting his... I think he's putting his high vis back on. There you go. Wrong again. That sub is not going to be happening in the next 2 minutes. I would hook Delgado, especially after that lazy leg tackle on Edozie there. But Xisco Munoz knows more about football management than I do, so we'll trust him. That one's clipped forward. It's going all the way through to Gavin Bazunu. That's very disrespectful, Anir. But I don't disagree with your point. That's more likely, Liam. Imagine Delgado gets the winner. That'll probably happen, knowing my commentary prowess or lack of. Stevens. Nice diag there. Loads of space for Teller. Lovely first touch. Teller comes inside. Teller hits a shot left-footed. Yeah, a little bit greedy the last couple of times. Over the bar. Here, Paul. We think, Ian, we're just waiting for Coventry's away kit now. We know Bristol City's won't come until September. So we think probably next week. I assume Cov will... actually, won't Cov need to wear their away kit? Maybe they'll launch it tomorrow ahead of their first game and try and do a load of sales. It'll be soon. Don't you worry. The yellow card is out again. There's been plenty, haven't there? Nathan Teller. Oh, it's probably for mouthing off again. Goodness me. Again, I looked at it and I thought, was that foul or yellow? Probably not. And then watching the action, the dissent and the yellow cards are real. I've lost count now. Gregory for kicking the ball away. Armstrong for kicking the ball away. And I think Teller's just got booked for mouthing off. Small bone. Walker Peters. Ward Prowse. Teller. Keep your comments coming, guys. 64-26. Bit of a surprise. Looked like Southampton were going to streak to victory at points in the first half here. But it's Wednesday 1. Saints 1. A good 50 minutes left. Yeah, well, with the stoppage time, that might be, we'll see. We got 6 for the first half. Then we get a minimum of 6 for the second half, surely. Teller on the right wing against Famewo. It's been a hard night for Famewo. Still sticking at it though, isn't he? Russ Multiside is technically impressive. Dominate possession. Does he have a plan B as a coach? I think he'd proudly tell you, Rodney, that he absolutely doesn't have a plan B. That's how much he believes in plan A, or just plan. But that may be a valid criticism you have just posed. Stevens, Smallbone, Ward-Prowse, Smallbone. Masaba for Gregory, apparently. I assume if Luke is right, Windass will go up top. Cross to the back stick, Teller climbing. Give and go there, Walker-Peters. Does he keep that in? Looks like he does. Brilliant from Walker-Peters, cross deflected. And I'll say it for the 50th time this watch along. Walker-Peters is far too good to be playing in the Championship, isn't he, for goodness sakes? Edozie. It will stand up to the back post. Good shout by Dawson there. Gets a round of applause. Who was that? Backinson, I think, in front of him. 5 yellows for players so far and 1 for a coach, of course. Yeah, 4 for dissent and kicking the balls away. I don't mind it. Crack down, right? Yes, we must do a time sync. Luke was right in the chat. Delgado is still on. Gregory comes off. Proper striker's goal that was. Hit it early, right in the corner, inside the whips of the post. We know what you get from Gregory. Give him the chances, he'll get the goals. But that's his game done at 67 minutes. And here's Musaba then, who, was at Monaco, but had been loaned out. Oh, someone tell me in the chat. Ghent, Belgium. Am I right? Or was it? Oh, I've done so many players on the transfer update videos. I can't quite remember. Right, must do a time sync. Going to be at 68 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Sync. If you're on Now TV or Smart TV, you'll be behind me. I'm on a normal TV feed here, so make sure you get yourself synced up. So Musaba is on, and he's gone up front by the look of it. Yeah. I assumed he'd come on and play right wing, but I assumed he'd come on for Delgado. So it looks like he's going to play down the middle, Musaba, the new signing. First look at him for me, probably the same for most of us here. I'm sure you Wednesday fans have been watching YouTube compilations, but I think he only came in a couple of days ago, didn't he? Sounding tired of transfers already. Very much so. It's going to calm down now, hopefully. And then it will go mad for the last 10 days of August, won't it? Woof. Alcaraz. Your bedtime is set for 20 past 10, says my iPhone, telling me what to do. I didn't set that. Edozie walks past Patterson again. Edozie puts the cross in, goes to the back stick, bounces off Teller. Walker-Peters, edge of the box, steps inside. Walker-Peters hits the shot left-footed, just drags it wide of the posts. Has Southampton made any good chances in the second half? Really? I don't think they have they? Someone remind me in the comments if they have. Am I excited for the season? Absolutely. Of course I am. NEC. Sorry, that was when thank you, Nathan. That was when Musaba was last season. I knew he was at Monaco, but they'd loaned him out a load of times. I'm going to be very honest, EFL everywhere, and say my knowledge of Rochdale v Ebbsfleet is limited. Aaron McLean's your man for that, I think. Although Rochdale were in a bit of a mess, weren't they? Relegated out League Two last season. Jim Bentley lost the job at the end of the campaign, didn't he? Paul Hartley. No, it was Hartlepool, wasn't he? Who started the season as Rochdale manager? Oh, God. Anyone answer me that in the chat? Who started the season? Robbie Stockdale, wasn't it? Woof, I got it. Cole, legend. I'm wrapped, the football is back. Tremendous dialect. Is there a winning goal in this one then, guys? 70-55 on the clock. We're into the last 20, but we are expecting 8 to 10 minutes of stoppage time. Big chances, 0-0. There you go. Patterson, who may be in with a shout for Wednesday's man of the match. Here comes Musaba. And Musaba is running actually towards the box. That's a great tackle by Stevens. Have to be so careful these days with the old slide tackles. Anything anywhere near the player and you're going to get a foul given against you. But he took the ball nice and clean. Alcaraz. Manning. Adozie. Adozie gets it back off Manning. Patterson gets a foot in. Patterson trying to run it up the line, and he draws a foul. Now, I'm going to say this in the politest way possible. Patterson, what he does may not be pretty, but God, it's effective, isn't it? Adozie's skinned him probably 4 or 5 times in this game, but he's still kind of in there holding his own, isn't he? Right, substitutes. Here we go. Alcaraz out. He looks a really good player, doesn't he, Alcaraz, by the way? Stuart Armstrong in central midfield. Like for like swap. Impressed with Alcaraz. You'd imagine if he plays 30, 40 games for Saints this season, going to have a really good season. Ehekwe and Teller going 50-50 there. No foul given. Wednesday, a throw. Sorry, someone did ask about, I've been asked like a million times on Twitter about Tom Brady. There you go, JJ. Thoughts on Tom Brady at Birmingham. And let me just see this attack out. I think it's Delgado trying to run through. I love it. Obviously, it's great to have such a huge worldwide sporting name involved in the championship. Obviously, we had the thing with Leeds and all the American sports stars as well with the 49ers group link there. So I think it's great. Oh, here comes Edozie into the box. Edozie puts the cross in. Ward-Prowse blocked. It was on the left foot. They've not been clinical, apart from the Teller stroke Armstrong goal. They've got into so many good positions, Saints, haven't they? And yeah, it just wasn't neat and tidy when they got into the box there, was it? What was I going to say? Yeah, Tom Brady. So, look, is he going to have massive involvement in anything to do with Birmingham? Probably not. Is it great to have his name attached? And, you know, like we've seen with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney at Wrexham, just in terms of raising the profile, it's just, you know, the sort of marketing you just can't buy. So I'm here for it. Teller, edge of the right-hand edge of the penalty box, knocks it back. Walker-Peters, Stevens, Manning. Little slide through. So many passes. Armstrong tries to poke through to Edozie. They're trying to play in such tight spaces here. Southampton, Wednesday get it clear. And they do have an out ball now. I know Gregory got the goal, didn't he? But they've got an out ball now with Musaba where they can just literally boot it into the channels, and he looks quick in terms of making the chases after that. Southampton getting a shock here. Looks like it. Not being clinical. Sounds pretty Russ Martin to me. Here is Manning. Manning tries the narrow ball when Edozie was open outside of him. And Patterson plays that ball I was just talking about. And he's going to be feeding off scraps Musaba, but he's got to make that back four work, because you'd imagine the last 15 minutes plus whatever stoppage time we get are probably going to be Southampton pushing and pushing and pushing, aren't they? Excuse me. Armstrong. Smallbone. Manning. Armstrong. Armstrong drives the shot. He was way out. It's over the crossbar. But I'm actually fairly encouraged by that from a Southampton point of view, because I don't want to sound like Big Sam and his tippy-tappy football, but they do need to go into decisive mode now. They've not got 90 minutes to work this. Right. Ashley Fletcher is coming on for Wednesday. Who's coming off? Callum Patterson. Well played, fella. Or is he? No, Delgado. Okay, Delgado's come out, and I think Patterson's come out. Fletcher's come in and Palmer's come in. So now I reckon Fletcher will go and play up front. Musaba will probably play down the right wing, and Liam Palmer is going to play right back, I suspect, is how that will all work. Wednesday have pretty much just changed the right-hand side of their team. Ashley Fletcher, once upon a time, Middlesbrough paid 7 million quid for him. They didn't get 7 million quid's worth of value out of him, and he's kind of bounced about now and ended up at Sheffield Wednesday this season. Goal kick, which Cameron Dawson's going to take for Wednesday. 77:30 on the clock. What's going on now? Cameron Dawson, referee Madley, has been on it with his dissent and nefarious play here. He's just booked Dawson. He held up three fingers. I assume he was telling the captains or whoever that he'd been warned 3 times. But in this game, we have now seen one of the Wednesday assistants booked for doing that. We've seen, I think, 2 players booked for kicking the ball away, 1 for gobbing off, and a goalkeeper for time wasting. So for those of you who want the dark arts out of the game, you're probably really pleased with this refereeing performance by referee Madley. And let's give the guy some credit as well. It's the first game of the season. Everyone's watching. The Premier League aren't playing. And, you know, he's carrying out presumably exactly what he's been instructed to do. How much time added? That's going to be a fun one in terms of how much. We'll do our guesses. It's probably going to be 8 to 10 minutes. So here's the power of the Southampton bench, because here comes Che Adams. So out goes Adam Armstrong, who scored loads of goals in the Championship and went to Southampton for big money, to replace by Che Adams, who scored loads of goals in the Championship and left for big money. Martin not leaving 2 strikers on. I know old school fans tend to think that if you have 2 strikers on, that gives you more chance of scoring a goal than if you have 1 striker on. I don't really think the game works like that anymore. But nonetheless, Adams is on. So I think that's 2 subs for Saints, isn't it? With Armstrong coming in. Stuart Armstrong, that is. We do only have 1 Armstrong now, and that is Stuart Armstrong. Now that Adam Armstrong's just come off, and here is Armstrong. He hits it near post. Dawson, weak shot, easy save. Oh, excuse me. long goal kick. Southampton win it, and they have 10 minutes plus stoppage time now to see if they can get back in 3-point territory when that looked pretty, I can't say inevitable because it's not happening at the moment, but looked very likely during the first half. But well done, Wednesday. They're back in it. And next goal wins, maybe. It's a championship, so it probably doesn't, but there you go. Walker Peters. Cross it goes to Manning. Switch of play looking for Teller. Hoyt clear by Wednesday. Bannon is sprinting to chase after that, and Bednarek sticks it home. This will get the crowd going. Bannon closing all the way down on Bazunu, but I think he's just trying to get the crowd going, Bannon there, isn't he? Saints have come away with it. And here is Ward-Prowse. Teller knocks that one across. Nicely defended. I think it was Palmer. Walker-Peters takes the throw. Is Palmer playing in midfield? Now we'll see if we get a wide shot of the... Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. Oh, no, Patterson didn't go off. I beg your pardon. Sorry, he was over there when they were discussing all the substitutes. So, yeah, sorry, Liam Palmer is playing in central midfield. Excuse me, I got that wrong on the subs. So, yeah, Musaba, Palmer and Fletcher have come in. Sorry, corner for Southampton. Ward-Prowse takes it, headed away. It's going to go back out to Ward-Prowse from Teller. Ward-Prowse headed up in the air. Dawson, easy catch. Fall on the ground, of course. There you go. In fact, we're going to get stoppage. Stevens holding his head. Delgado, Volks, and Gregory out. So, yeah, excuse me, got that one wrong on the substitution. So, Liam Palmer, like he ended last season for the Wednesday, sat in front of the back four, basically. Maybe I'll be disliked. I'm liking the new refereeing rules. You're not. I don't dislike that comment at all, Purple Bungalow. I like it. I predict a 98th minute winner. We shall see. I like your presenting, mate. Sure, I'll be back this season. You're very welcome. Thank you, everybody, for the support today, by the way. We're going to get another Wednesday sub, and I don't recognise the player, so it's one of the new signings. Who's on the bench? Valentin is the only one. Is it him? I think it is him, isn't it? Referee Madley, who's having a lovely old time, has got the yellow card out again. This time for Stevens. Yeah, he's got that one right as well. I make him right on most of them, actually, referee Madley. Free kick to Wednesday. And the home end there, is it the cop there at Wednesday, are all on their feet because they scored from one of these earlier in the half. Patterson, Backinson, Ehekwa, Iorfa. It was Iorfa that bullied Smallbone last time, wasn't it? Bannon can swing this in with his left foot. Up goes the signal. It's poor ball by Bannon into the near post, headed clear. So you're going to get another go. Touch, little one inside. Patterson, can he put the cross in? Deflected. And Saints clear their lines. Hopeless ball by Palmer there. Just boots it out of play. Can we get one more like Spike? Sorry, Reece James is coming on. Not God, I'm having a bad night. Paul Valentin. Guys, if you could all do me a massive favour, Josh Windass is coming out, Reece James is coming in. That sounds like a defensive substitution. Can you all hit like? Can we get ourselves a like spike? Windass coming out. Can someone give me the running total on the likes? I think we'd made 100, hadn't we, by half time? So hopefully we're nicely up. Ben, you could be an ambassador for referees. I know, Stephen. I know. I always try and be really positive to the refs because let's be honest, most of what we hear fans say about referees is just complete rubbish, isn't it? All amped up and emotional about their team not getting every decision. Look, refs get stuff wrong. Yes, of course they do. But let's try and help them. And let's not have a conversation which is predicated on every 50-50 or even every 60-40 being given to the team we support, right? That's not very grown up, is it? 210. Woof. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Love it. Oh, nice slide through. Ward-Prowse in the box. And there is probably the winning goal. Che Adams has only been on the pitch a matter of minutes. We said they've not been neat and tidy in the box. I tell you what they were then because they got Ward-Prowse on the ball. He picked out Adams. Really clever run by Adams. He's not right up against the centre-backs. He just drops back, spins. Quality finish by Adams. Sticks it really coolly and calmly in the corner. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 2. Get your comments in on that one. Just in the replay here, of course, Walker-Peters is involved. Lovely ball. That's a great goal, isn't it? Walker-Peters, they think he's going to go outside. Look at this pass he picks out. No one goes. It's really poor from Palmer, isn't it? He tries to pass off Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse, lovely ball. Look at that. It's a great goal, I have to say. They haven't been clinical in the box, Southampton, for their 1 million passes or what have you. But that is a lovely goal. And it is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 2. With 3 minutes of normal time. But we are expecting, I don't know whether you can make a statement on the Sky cameras, probably 8 to 10 minutes of stoppage time every game. Let's have a look at your comments on that. Although, here's Musaba crosses. Oh, good defending. Nice and cool from Stevens there. Given away by Armstrong, though. Musaba's got it back. Southampton are trying to play it calm, and they can honestly do with one of their players sticking their foot through it and clearing the lines here. But they're following instructions, no doubt. Let's get your reactions to that goal in there. There we go. I'll try and click as many of these as I can. We're going to get another sub from, let's just click through all of these. There we go. Bosh, bosh, bosh. And we're about to get more action from the bench. I think, was that Joe Rebo is going to come on? Former Charlton Rangers player. Practically our only shot in the box so far. Well, if you've got quality players like Walker-Peters, Ward-Prowse, and Che Adams, then you only need that one chance, don't you? Saints fans looking happy. They're heading for 3 points as things stand. Long one looking for Fletcher. Bazunu did well there. Proper 50-50 there. And you know what happens? The crowd goes mad. If a goalkeeper touches a player outside the box. In fact, most football fans wrongly think that that's an immediate red card, but only if it's a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, which that probably wouldn't have been. But there we go. We're going to get a long throw into the box from Patterson for Wednesday. Goes out to Bannon. Nice ball by Bannon. Back to Patterson. Needs to get a good cross in. He does. Headed away. Bannon coming in. Hits the shot. I think it's going to be a corner, isn't it? Corner for Wednesday. 89. Oh, quickly, guess the stoppage time before it comes up, guys. Guess the stoppage time now. Go, go, go. You got 5 seconds to get your guesses in. I'm going with 9. Get your guesses in. It's going to come up any second now. I'll know if you've cheated. Corner, though, for Wednesday. It is 9. Unbelievable. I'll take it. Bannon sticks the corner in. Oh, Heckler was underneath it, was he? Haven't cleared their lines yet. Battling in there. Good defended by Southampton, though. They stood up to it. Who had 9? I'm not going to be the only one who takes the win here, am I? Got to find some 9s in here. Ian, well done. Rich, well done. Infamous, Greggy, well done. Ian, well done. Anyone else puts it in? I'm assuming you already knew the answer. Small Bone is down. I wasn't paying attention. We were playing silly games to do with the stoppage time. There is going to be 9 minutes of stoppage time. Southampton are going to go. I know some people don't believe in the league table on the first day, but they're going to go top of the table for what it's worth after game number 1, unless Wednesday can get themselves an equalizer. They've done it once. Can they do it again? Stevens. Get the shoot league ladders out. I like it. And put Southampton top of the league. We are top of the league. Say we are top of the league. It's a fact. Nice triangles from Saints. Manning. That's a handball, isn't it, by Armstrong? Not given. Southampton just trying to keep the ball and draw Wednesday out. They don't need to score another goal. But you know full well that Wednesday have got nothing to lose now at this point. It's going to charge forward and try and get themselves a set piece, you would imagine. Thank you, Ian. Great to have Watchlongs back. Thanks, Rosanna. You're very, very welcome. Thank you, everybody, actually, for all the likes, all the comments, and the super chats as well. Really, really kind, everybody. We are back, and I'm bloody loving it. The championship, everyone. Manning. Walker-Peters. We'll get into man of the match talk. Don't tell me yet. We'll get into man of the match talk we're at 92.35, so in about 3 or 4 minutes, okay? Oh, we weren't joking, Peter. He's got the shoot league ladder. You love to see it. Am I doing a daily departure? I won't do a specific daily departure, Stephen, but we will try and cover Luton and Burnley and Sheffield United and Forest and Bournemouth and who else went up that season? Why can't I remember? Fulham, God's sake, Mitrovic. £90 million wage bill, for goodness sake. How about that? Don't comment on that. You just drive everyone mad. Stevens. Manning. Smallbone. Just playing it along the back here. Southampton, as I said, trying to just draw Wednesday out. That one was right across Bannon's path, but I think they knew what they were doing. Walker-Peters. Smallbone. Manning, Walker-Peters. Oh, horrible touch by Armstrong. Patterson wins it. If he's won a foul there, he's done brilliantly. He hasn't quite. Smallbone. Walker-Peters, who's just basically in central midfield now, isn't he? Ward-Prowse. Fed up the line. Aribo. Walker-Peters. Around the corner from Armstrong. This is really good from Southampton. Just killing this totally, aren't they? Passing it beautifully. Aribo. Nice feet. Silky. Walker-Peters. Aribo. Smallbone. How many passes have we had now? Goodness sake. Stevens, Aribo, Stevens, Smallbone. Get your comments in. I think Southampton have had the ball for about 90 seconds now, haven't they? And it's gone home to Bazunu. How many yellow and red cards will Keith Stroud give this year? Yeah. Many. What's the collective noun for yellow and red cards? An idiot. Keith Stroud is going to give an idiot of yellow cards. In fact, let's do man of the match. Let me know your shout for man of the match right now. Who have you most enjoyed watching tonight? I've been fairly gooing over Walker Peters, so he's mine. But let me know your shouts if you think differently. If I had to pick a Wednesday player, it's actually probably Callum Patterson, isn't it? Who has manfully worked in that kind of right back spot, hasn't he? Get your man of the match picks in there. Adozie, Walker Peters, Teller, Ihekwa, Walker Peters, Patterson. Keep them coming. Smallbone, Adozie. Good collection of names there. Any more? Adozie, Teller. See what the Sky guys come up with. Aribo, lovely first touch, draws a foul there. Excellent play. Backinson clips his heels. (97:08) on the clock. So for Wednesday 1, Southampton 2. Southampton dominant in the first half. Wednesday getting back into it at the start of the second half. And the power of the parachute and the substitutes bench there. Che Adams off the bench. Bit of quality from Walker Peters and Ward-Prowse. And he looks like he's stolen the 3 points, but we still have 80 seconds left to play. As we come up, as has been pointed out in the chat, past 10 p.m. on the watch-along tonight. Aribo down the right. Walker Peters. We are into the last minute of minimum stoppage time. Sheffield Wednesday got used to not losing last season. 23 games undefeated at one point in League One. Their last game at Hillsbrough was that absurd comeback in the playoff semi-final. So a bit of a new experience here. I'm trying to think, actually. When Wednesday had their bad run, did they lose at home? Someone tell me in the chat. In which case, they probably haven't lost at home for ages. I remember them losing at Forest Green and at Barnsley and at Burton. They lose at Burton? I think they did. They can't have lost at home for ages Wednesday. Can someone tell me in the chat? 98:52 on the clock. Goes back to Bazunu. Oh, heavy touch. Bazunu, get rid of that. And that is indeed the last touch of the game. It is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 2. Saints off to a winner. Looked like it was going to go one way in the first half. Bit tighter than we thought it was in the end. They had to rely on a late goal from substitute Che Adams to get themselves the win. And off Southampton go to a winning start. Russ Martin off to a winning start. Get your comments in on that one. Barnsley in September. So nearly a year undefeated at home for Sheffield Wednesday. That has gone as soon as we've got into the Championship. Let's have a quick look at the numbers. Then I'll give my take on the game. And then if you can give me yours in the comments, we'll read some of those out. So look, 80% possession for Southampton. Huge number there, 1.41 on the XG, 0.45 to Wednesday. 23 shots to 8. All I'll say about those numbers is there's data and there's the eye test. We always know the game in the end felt tighter than those numbers, didn't it? Because it felt like, in terms of the game state, that Southampton weren't actually comfortable winners in the end because they never got 2 goals clear and they weren't massively clinical in the box. In fact, the only time they were clinical was for the 2 goals. And let's be fair, the first one, if it's been given to Adam Armstrong, is a deflected goal, isn't it? So what you would say about Southampton is they absolutely dominated the possession in the first half. And my eyes were telling me, oh, this game looks like the sort of game that could go 2-0, 3-0, but it didn't, did it? So, then when so the Teller Armstrong goal early on. So then when we get into the second half, we should mention Alcaraz flipped one past the post, didn't he? Patterson cleared one off the line. But when we get into the second half and the equaliser comes for Wednesday, Russ Martin just giving some fist bumps there to the away fans, enamouring himself immediately there with the Saints fans. Good away following there at Hillsbrough. Lee Gregory gets the equaliser, and then it's a different game. It's 1-1. Southampton aren't dominating at that point, but as I said, the power of the excuse me, the power of the bench there, and we were not complaining, we were observing that they hadn't been clinical in the box, but Walker Peters, who I thought was the best player on the pitch, he looks way, way, way too good for this league. Lovely pass, cut back from Ward-Prowse, great finish by Che Adams off the bench, and that's the quality and the power they had against a team that was a club that was frankly in League One last season, who had just changed managers and trying to sort their business out. Let's get some comments in. What have you guys got to say? Thank you to all the people saying thank you and good night. Of course, it is fairly late, isn't it? Tom, I'll take not getting absolutely spanked in that one. Brilliant watch. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Russ. Some good old friends in there. Some guys in the Patreon as well. You can sign up on Patreon as well if you want. Saints had too much quality for Wednesday in the end. Bench was crucial, agreed. 80%. We thought it would be, didn't we? Thank you for everyone letting me know the last defeat we were looking at. Wednesday going to struggle on this evidence. Tough first test. Goal. Yeah, it's difficult, Ian, isn't it? You don't know quite how much to judge because you'd imagine the Wednesday team will look pretty different in 6 weeks' time. And so will the Southampton team. Let's be honest. Walker Peters and Ward-Prowse and Blavier and Livramento. I know Livramento wasn't there. They're not going to be there for much longer, are they? So there we go. Right. You guys, absolutely amazing stuff. Really, really appreciate seeing you all. We are back. I will be at Leicester versus Coventry on Sunday, and I'll be live on Blue Monday on that stream. If you haven't subscribed over there, do go and take a look. Next live stream, I don't know. Is it Leeds and West Brom? I can't think. But yeah, we'll do next Friday night, whatever. Do you know? I think it might be a Premier League game. Is it? I don't know, but we will be on soon because it's been a roaring success. So thank you, everyone. Do hit like before you go. Thanks for the comments, thanks for the likes, and thanks for the super chat. And we will see you very, very soon. Southampton, top of the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 2. Football is back. The Championship is back. Thank you very much.